Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first session of the Parish campaign where everything has gone wrong. First, I had an 18-hour power outage, which only got resolved at this point, close to 40 minutes ago? Close to 50 minutes ago now. And then my dad was like, hey, I need to talk right now. And I'm like, okay, well, no, that sounds like an actual family emergency. It was. So I had to go talk to him and sort that one out. And now we're going to be playing, well, I say D&D, it's actually not D&D. But that's what, if you say P&P, nobody knows what you mean, so.
Yeah.
We're going to play some P&P here. This is a couple quick out things. First of all, if you want to know the intro, there is a video that I put out, which sucks, that you can go watch. And second of all, that'll help set up some of the world. As you can see here, we're setting it up on the northeastern corner of, right here you can see the whole Parish Isles. And we're going to be up there. What are you doing, dude? I don't even have... I can hear it. I don't have the visual thing up on this screen, but I can hear it. That was Darth Tyran, for those of you wondering. We're going to get right back to that. I'm going to ignore him for a second, because I'm evil.
Oh, okay. Right. There's the video.
Oh, yeah, there's the video. Yes, I made this map. I made all these maps. I'm thinking if this turns into what I want it to be, I'm gonna not do these manually going forward, because this took a while.
Yeah.
To make these maps. In fact, you may or may not notice that in the background of this actual video is the map of the whole planet, which also is manual and also took a while. Anyways, so obviously everyone on this planet is the same race. That is the race of the Patari. The Patari are a normal-ish race. They have kind of lanky, normal humanoid body. Their skin can be all sorts of things. Scaly, kind of, not scaly, that's the wrong word. Kind of leathery skin, It's got that sort of, no, that's still the wrong word. What's the word I'm looking for? Let's call it clay. You have kind of clay-like skin, right? And the Patari as a race, they have such a massively high amount of cellular regeneration natural to their existence that's why their skin is so smooth and so malleable-ish. It also means that over the course of a given Patari's career life, their appearance might literally change to the point where you won't actually be able to recognize them 5 years, even after they've, finished growing up. As a consequence of this, every Patari, when they are registered, they get something called an identification coin, which is a magically infused coin, which is, this is them. That's your ID card, your driver's license, your standardized ID from Europe, and whatever you want to call it. That is what actually identifies you as you. You lose that, you are screwed. All of you, of course, have one, except for you.
Oh, no.
No, all of you have one. All of you have one. Because you really do kind of need one, at least if you want to interact with anyone long term, because it's the only way to actually prove that you are who you are. And, of course, any interactions with any government dealings are going to require some kind of ID coin. Also, there's a whole lot of thing about the politics of that, because the only way you can tell if someone is a particular leader is if they have the ID coin of being the Duke or the Count or the Mayor or whatever. Now, what I mean by that, to clarify just really quickly, is they actually have two ID coins. There's the one that says, I'm Bob, and then there's the one that says, I'm the Duke of Alcar, for example. So that's, actually, Duke is the wrong word, sorry, Count. Count of Alcar, my bad. Because each of these provinces, you see Vicor, Alcar, Gasca, and Adonais is over there on the lower left. All of those are counties run by a count or countess. The names you see here are actually the little township, city-state areas. Those are baronies, and each of those are run by a baron or baroness. You are obviously in the barony of Guthrum. Below those are towns. Towns are run by mayors, which are totally not ultras. Now, the couple quick things. Magic is super rare. And mages are effectively, just about every mage is known and tracked. So magic in general is the kind of thing that if you see a mage, they are probably an agent of the state. Which state, I should clarify. Obviously, when I say state, I mean one of the kingdoms. This dinky little place, even this whole island. Here, I'll scoop over here so you can see the entire island. This whole island is just one province of a kingdom. It is a province specifically of the Gresh kingdom. So this is actually run by a duke who is in charge of the dukedom of this island. That's a recent change. You want more info about that? Go watch the video. Now, what?
Are there mage coins?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have them?
That I was going to honestly let you decide, because it really boils down to, would you have gotten rid of it? But if you get rid of it, you're not getting it back. I want to be clear about that. So that's a permanent choice.
Hidden.
Like, I'm not saying you can't ever get one back, but I mean that's basically gonna be a whole quest arc.
Yeah,
is getting a new mage coin.
Okay, just check.
So, good question. Good question to ask. Thank you, Darth Tyron. Very, very much, sir. I'm going to bow to you and Alex, which means I'm going to be bowing for the next $100 worth of bowing. So if you have any other questions you want to ask, go ahead and ask right now, and I'll think about them.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but...
Can I start with some magic
I kind of
items?
did mean for it to be funny, just so you know.
Sorry.
But I also feel like, the whole the whole him not being able to actually do his main feature stuff today, being put behind a whole day. I was like,
oh, I'm pissed. I'm so pissed at losing a full day.
Yeah, he at least needs something to.
God, that is such a knife into my schedule. Yeah, no, it's gone. It's burned. I couldn't even spend it on like any other work-related things. It's just gone.
You done it, Alex.
So here's the thing, Darth Tyron. I'm totally going to jot that down in a temporary category for that, but I'm going to need you to tell me which. You got to tell me something you're interested in, if you follow.
Oh.
You got to give me a topic or an area. Like, okay, think of it. The way I'm thinking of structuring this is the exact same way actual historical YouTubers do it, where it's like they go to the patrons and say, okay, do you want us to cover the life of Caesar? Do you want us to cover the grain doll? Do you want us to cover this or that? It's a specific topic or concept. Feel free to think about it. You don't have to answer right now.
Okay.
Thank you, Silence, very, very much for the sub. As always, if you happen to know where you want to put that one, please let me know. Otherwise, I will have to stab everyone, and God, I really don't feel like doing that right now.
No.
Nah, we've already started. All right. The 5 of you are all mercenaries. You have your own reasons for doing so. Those are up to you. Whether you shared them off camera or not is totally something that you could have done and probably didn't do. Yeah, I'm sure you all decided to greet with each other in character, right? I mean, that would have been a very logical thing to do. So just to be clear, yes, we're using FF1 things. It's because it's really easy to keep track of them. This is Darth Tyron. This is Guido. He's actually not here right now. He's not in the party at the moment. He will be later. This is Third. This is Shadow Machine. And this is Bragwin. Now, and coincidentally, yes, he's a monk. He's a assassin, thief, rogue. There we go, rogue. She's a black mage, and he's actually a yellow mage, but those don't exist, so whatever. Make do. You are in the barony of Guthrum, probably actually being in the main central keep of Guthrum Barony, and the Baron, whose name I wrote down over here, Baron Streesb, has just summoned you to his court. He obviously, the first thing he does is he presents his Baron coin. So you can actually see, yes, I am the Baron. Would anyone like to double check that while you're perusing it?
Would that be rude?
That's up to you. I mean,
sure. I'll show him thorough.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. Do you have any skills related to magical items, artifacts, or identification?
Kind of.
And by skills, I mean, I forget what I called them, but you know what I'm talking about. Proficiencies, thank you.
The closest I have is probably magical diagnostician.
No, you and I talked about that, and that's a different thing. That's okay, so just give me an int roll. Give me an int roll.
Where's my character sheet?
Meanwhile, Bragwin has lost her character sheet.
I thought I had it saved up in my,
my
bar up here, but...
It's gone. It's gone. It's not coming back.
What about scan?
Scan? You can totally scan. Do you want to cast in the middle of the court of this Baron?
If that's regular
Just
or
not.
Not,
if you want to...
I'll make
Go
a
ahead
check.
and out yourself.
Yeah, I'm a mage. You can out yourself. It's not going to be super bad, but that is absolutely going to affect some things. That's all I'm going to say.
So my total's a 15.
Yeah.
Just the int check?
Yes.
Okay. This is absolutely legitimate. Interestingly enough, you're 90% certain, based on your own int check that you got high enough for, that this is recently changed hands.
Some congratulations.
He gives kind of a sharky grin, but he doesn't say anything else.
Oh no.
Takes the coin back, obviously. There are obviously soldiers present, because, four-armed mercenaries present, But they're all on edge. He's totally relaxed. He's just like, so, I got a little bit of a job for you. If you're in the business, I assume you are, since you came about it. Listen, what we need to do is I need you to find this guy named Guido, right? And you gotta kill him. You gotta kill him in the face.
I hate that guy.
I hate that guy so much. No. Listen. We aren't exactly on the best of terms right now with the Y-Corps, as you may or may not be aware. My boss, I don't know what this accent's doing here. I don't know where this is coming from. The Count of Aklar has been putting out commands that we need to actually be locking down and dealing with some of the roaming bandits that have been causing a whole lot of issues, especially on the borders. We kind of need that trade. I don't know if you watched that video, but we're still not quite recovered, if you know what I mean. And we kind of need regular interaction and trade, and having some random armed soldiers just grabbing carts of food and supplies is not something that's particularly good for business, livability, or indeed our relations with the Y-Corps. So, I need you to hunt down these suckers, and I need you to kill all of them. I'm paying pretty well.
How much is pretty well?
Whoa, well, my good sir, it depends on how much is pretty well to you. I mean, if you want to talk about a few things.
I'm just gonna sit here going like, oh god, please don't.
I mean, if you're thinking, we can talk about this. You got to give me a second, because I apparently, in my rush to be ready for this goddamn thing, forgot to write down the denominations. I remember what
my compatriots agree. We can take a look at movements, all that sort of stuff, and come up with an amount. Because
that's a good idea. What are you guys thinking here? Where the hell is the denomination? Here we go. So it's brick, bar, strip, slip, shaving. All right, so the currency of this setting, as I leave my GM voice for a second, currency of this setting is called Magicite. It is literally the same stuff that people tend to mine and use in order to power magical artifacts, as well as be a battery for magical spells themselves. So it's
Everything though, doesn't it?
it can do quite a few things. The reason, so the denominations is literally just the size of the chunk of Magicite: brick, bar, strip, slip, shaving. And it's exactly what it sounds like. A brick of Magicite could probably buy you a house, in modern terms, to give you a little bit of an idea of the equivalency here. Oh, and each one is a tenth of the previous, to keep things simple.
Thank you for keeping it simple.
I thought about doing the British system. Have you ever looked at British currency now? Or we could do the Harry Potter one, which is even stupider.
Oh,
Can we just
Oh,
forget
God.
that exists, please?
Yeah. Everything.
No, seriously.
It's
Snap
what?
it out. Snap it gone.
Yeah. And gone.
It's 37 nuts per.
No, hang on. I'm looking it up. Okay, so we've got...
God.
I kid you not. It is. I believe it's
29 nuts to a sickle, 17 sickles to a galleon. Because 29 and 17 are the perfect numbers for a currency.
I mean, alright, I like
You know,
J.K.
okay,
Rowling
so
and all, but she is horrible at world building.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Other things too, but I'm not gonna.
Anyways, the point being that tenths.
Yes. Thank you.
So, I mean, I'm willing. The guy, Mr. Greesh, Streebs walks forward and says, "I'm willing to pony up a bar each." for this job if you do a good job. Maybe a bonus, depending on how many of them there are. I'm gonna need some ID coins to verify that you killed them, obviously.
Of course.
Of course.
Should they not have their ID coin on them?
Well, that's gonna be a right shame, isn't it?
Ah.
I don't
okay.
suppose you take parts.
Finger.
What the hell would I do with a finger?
Count.
No, that's what I have servants for.
Oh, that's true.
No, I'll be needing the coins, ma'am.
Okay.
Well, not knowing what the normal merc going rate is, does that sound like a fair...
That is high. He's paying you a little bit too much.
So he's a little bit too brand new.
Well, that's maybe, maybe not.
I don't mind taking advantage of that if that is the case.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
Perfect.
Hold on, I'd like to use a proficiency.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Maybe this is a stretch. Lethal environment recognition, sensor trap.
Well, since you brought it up, get an Akbar image. Blong. Yeah, no. No. It's my answer to you. This is not. He is being. If you want to get a vibe on him, anyone want to roll like a? I guess this would be a wisdom check.
I can do that.
My wisdom is low.
I can do that.
Yeah, feel free. Roll a wisdom on this guy. Kind of perceptive him.
Okay, that's gonna be a 19.
Ooh,
Much better than what I got.
this guy's a jackass. No.
No, the thing is, he's the overall demeanor you're getting from him, despite his relative lackadaisical approach, is that he is the kind of person who understands value and is trying to buy it before anyone else does. He is overpricing on this one, pretty much specifically because of the fact that your mercs in a merc-heavy environment is the way I want to put that.
He's buying loyalty.
Yeah. Yeah, he's this is probably him trying to get you in for future events.
Makes me wonder who's after him.
So,
Or what position he's after in the future.
Yep.
Alright. So what do you think, you three? Sounds like a good job?
Yeah, sounds like a good job.
Sounds like he's a little desperate, but I'll take it.
I'm right here.
I know. My diplomacy is kind of low, so I'm like,
All right, time to execute. Throw her in the dungeon.
No. We're just trying to
Do any of you have a good charisma stat? I'm actually just curious.
I do. I have like
do.
a high charisma stat.
Okay.
Slightly above average.
But I'm
Plus,
remember
you know,
high charisma
uh,
stat, low wisdom,
I'm just asking.
I
but
have
high
a
intelligence.
15 in charisma.
That's pretty good. That's pretty darn
So
good.
there's
15 in
the-
charisma.
I have a
Nice.
15 in
Pretty good.
charisma, and then I have this, a slightly specific proficiency in persuasion. So
Gotcha. Put this over here. Okay. So, lady and gentlemen, do we have an accord?
I believe we do, good sir Baron.
Excellent. I'll go ahead and get the paperwork drafted up. One of his chambermen came up and actually hands out the standard mercenary contracts. Those of you who have already done mercenary work, which I think is actually all of you at this point, you recognize these. These are boilerplate.
Yeah.
And it's just you put your name in. The price is already there. It already says 1 bar for successful completion. It also mentions possible bonuses depending on good service and or information gathered with regards to the banditry in the western region.
Okay.
Alright,
Good
works
to
for
know
me.
if someone knows what they're doing.
I'm sorry, I should mention here. So one of the things you can do is you can use your coin to sign something, and that will magically sign it with your coin. So that it's think of it like stamping an
Oh, it's like a scratch off with the coin.
Well, Think of it as a slightly something less stupid than that. No. I'm sorry.
Like a wax seal.
But yeah, like a wax seal is.
Using wax, you just like burn it into the page with magic.
Bingo. It's part of the coin. So you go. Psh, there we go.
So a mage coin would be instantly recognizable.
100%. It's probably the chamberman who is grabbing it from you will be like, "Ugh," if you put the mage coin down. You can. I'm not gonna. They're not gonna arrest you on the spot, but you are going to be stirring up the hive if you do that.
Yeah, no. Mine is tucked away safely. I'm just going to say I am so very sorry.
You have an ID coin too.
You have 2 coins.
You have
just
2
a
coins.
regular- oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right, 2 coins.
Yep, you have 2
So
coins.
Just a regular coin.
Okay.
Just a regular coin.
Okay. So, is it everyone else?
Yep.
All right. He takes the contract, styles away. I will give you a little bit of a push, obviously. I don't want to send you off empty-handed. What kind of baron do you think I am? I do believe the mayor of Guthrum actually has been tracking some information. He should be able to get that to you. Maybe get you started, you know? He's available at this location. Here's some directions.
Well, thank you, Baron. We shall be on our way and come back to you post-haste.
Excellent. So you head into town, which is Earthbound music for some reason. And the town of Guthrum is actually pretty well laid out overall considered. There's the keep, obviously, and you go out into the proper area. Not much in the way of farming or mining, but a whole lot of trade stalls and lots of large, wide roads with lots of people both moving through it and also trading on it. There's just huge warehouses which dominate most of the central squares. The residential sections.
Rises from KOTOR 2, just without the sky ramp.
Which one was that one?
From Onderon.
Ah, yes, that. That took me a second. I'm like, wait, where? A huge residential section too, which kind of stretches off into the horizon. Unlike in some D&D games, these cities are actual cities.
Instead of like Kingdom Hearts little things in the
instead of Kingdom Hearts where it's like, all right, walk 20 feet forward. Okay, you've seen the entire town. Either way, he has given you directions to the mayor. You could try to hit the local market area. You could try to roam over and do anything else you want. It's D&D. That's kind of how that works.
Could I, having been a rogue involved with the Thieves Guild, look and try to find the local Thieves Guild?
Absolutely. So, do you have that as a proficiency?
I did not have.
Just give me. Let's do this. You can either try to suss out or talk out. So that's going to be wisdom or charisma, depending on which check you want to do.
Well, honestly, I have the same bonus to both of them, so I'll just. I'll do wisdom.
Okay. So that basically that's going to involve you listening in and watching.
Yeah.
Which is also going to be a lot less dangerous to do than just, hey, where's the thieves? Yeah, guys, where's your illegal goods?
All right, so let's see.
Are you dragging the others along while you do this?
I'm gonna say.
What are you doing there, Shadow?
I mean,
I know of people who might be in the town who might be able to give me a little bit more info than what the mayor will be able to give. So if you three would like to go see the mayor, I'll go try to find my people, and mayor will be able to give us general stuff. These guys might be able to give me specifics.
Oh, so you actually know the bandits?
Well, I don't know the bandits personally.
Okay.
They're way beyond where I'm from, but the people who I'm pretty sure I can find will probably know more about the local banditry than I would.
Okay,
So,
I'm up for pursuing that.
okay, so with my wisdom modifier, I got a 21.
oh my god! Just to clarify, really quick, no one else is coming with you.
Well, unless somebody wants to.
It,
I'm kind of interested in seeing who these people are who know more than the mayor.
You'll find a lot of people.
Besides, I'm not the face, so
you'll find a lot of people know more than your average mayor will. Because the one thing I've learned in my time is that mayors don't know much.
Oh wow!
And what was your former profession, if you don't mind me asking? Which side were you on?
I'm on whatever side pays more.
It's a good answer. Of the test, and you passed.
My profession doesn't. If you want to come with me, you could probably guess my general profession, but my specifics I'm going to keep a bit close to the chest here.
Charlatan, got it. All right.
He was a haberdasher.
I'll go with you.
All right. So me and the yellow mage.
So you get a -2 on your check because he's with you. However, that is still more than enough to succeed with the 19. That's going to be. And since he's with you, well, so you're sniffing around, and you notice that quite a few of the people who are doing the trades, there's still every now and again there's someone, and a trade happens, and even as you're watching, you don't actually notice the transaction. Like the actual transaction, and then the person walks away, not with the air of like, but with satisfaction. It's like, okay, and so you start to notice a bit of a pattern. After a while, you notice that most of the stalls that's happening at have a bit of an emblem. It's really small, and it's actually part of the sign, which, honestly, if you weren't looking for it, you probably wouldn't even notice, which is just kind of scrawled in there on like the front page there or whatever.
Alright, so figure out the people who are part of my information network, let's say. So I want to try to find. Do I want to follow one of the people who in the background doing the transactions?
I mean, you can follow him, you could attack him, you could kill him. I wouldn't recommend killing him.
Or, well, alright. So is Thieves' Cant a thing in here, or?
You could try, but basically no. To answer directly, the actual D&D Thieves' Cant thing is not a thing.
Okay.
However, there are certain code words that you could try to snuff out. See if they respond to them.
Banana bread.
Ham sandwich. No.
Boom.
Boom.
So, So I want to go up to one of the guys in the background doing the things and in a sort of I don't know how I want to put this. I want to as in a not so obvious way, ask if they know about the goings on in the wilderness west of here.
So I picture you kind of walking him down, and you kind of stumble into it, and it's like, oh, sorry about that, sorry. You okay then? You talk him through it a little bit before you just decide to ask him up front.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah,
give me a charisma check.
Charisma. So it'll be 16 with my modifier.
Okay, so you managed to smooth this talk over with this gentleman. He's just like, oh, yeah, hey, yeah, no, I've just got so much business. I wish the war taxes would be removed. I mean, we're technically at war. I get it, but God, and you're like, yeah, I know, God, it's ridiculous. And then you kind of segue into, so what I really want to know about is the business going out west. And he's going to eyeball you for just a second. He's like, you mean a Calchester?
So wait, more so between here and Calchester.
On the route? Oh, not sure. Oh, by the way, roll wisdom check. Both of you in third. Not sure I've seen anything really going on out there. I'm not sure I can help you with that one.
13.
Third?
I got a 21.
Third, he's lying through his teeth.
Oh.
Shadow Machine, he's totally on the level.
Great.
So yeah, no, sorry, I can't say I've really heard of anything going out there. I mean, there's the major trade pipeline, obviously. I make that route myself, and he just kind of yammers on for a little bit.
All right, well, I'll kind of saunter over behind him and just give Shadow a look like,
So, along these trade routes, you're not, taking, I'll say, do I need to roll like a perception to see if I see third?
No, you see third. You see third. He's right there.
giving you the he's not being on the up and up look.
Meanwhile, Braxton and Tila are off getting provisions in the rest of the trade area. Obviously, I can't imagine what else they'd be doing right now.
Yeah.
So that's... And no, provisions, not booze. Not booze! Oh my god. They've spent all your money on booze. 100% of it.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So you have nothing but booze
Speaking
now.
of money, how much money are we like?
Very little.
Got 2 coins.
You guys are not doing so hot. That's one of the reasons this job looked so lucrative.
Alright, well, since we're gotta wait for break, when I'll go back to, I noticed third.
Yeah. You notice, and you're like,
I thought we were gonna go and talk to the mayor, but you know.
I mean, you can talk to the mayor without the other two. That's totally cool. But let's finish this thing through. So you notice that he's not on the level.
Alright, so you travel. Alright, so he said he travels the route often.
Oh yeah, all the time.
Hmm.
There you go. Here's the dude you're talking to. There's third behind him.
So, oh god,
Ugh. He's dead. You suddenly hear, "Stop! Murder! Murder!" from like 7 guards simultaneously.
Sorry, I tripped over a chicken. Continue.
oh god, I've never. I'm very new to role playing, so I'm not sure how I want to go about.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, if you've got an idea, maybe it's something that you can say, I kind of want to do this, but my character would know how to do it better than I would. Maybe.
That would usually involve a roll too.
I wanna. Oh, God. I guess press him about, features along the trade route that he, like any little towns or maybe abandoned castles where some untoward people may be at. I don't know.
I don't know what you're implying, sir. I'm a registered merchant under the Vicor system. I am a loyal member of the Gresh Kingdom. I just want to make this very clear. I have my seal right here, and he pulls out his coin briefly to show it. And he's like, I have an official merchant's coin. I do actually have registered. Now, if you will excuse me, he makes a move to like brush you off and leave.
I'm not saying that you, my good sir, are untoward, but perhaps others you may know of are not so.
It occurs to you you're going to have to bribe this guy if you want to get any information from him. No, you don't have any money.
Yeah, I listen.
I mean, there's other methods to get intel, but just straight talking isn't going to work, and you've started to get this vibe.
All right then. Well, sir, it's been a pleasure speaking with you, but I shall go elsewhere.
Yes, please be about your business. What is it? What is your profession? I'm sorry, I missed that.
It's dark and mysterious.
Oh, you're a rogue. Excellent. I imagine. Hang on. Please tell me about your backstory in intricate detail.
It all started on a dark and stormy night outside of an opera house.
That's when I became Rogue Man. No, sorry.
I'll say I'm a leather worker turned mercenary.
Roll charisma.
Roll charisma?
Yeah.
12 plus a 3, 15.
Okay. It's like, oh, a very venerable trade. I imagine you got a fairly large amount of work in such a lucrative operation. He can't quite keep himself from laughing about it. But I do hope the mercenary work is treating you well. If I ever need someone to be a bodyguard for my next route, I'll you know what? He pauses from what he thinks about. I'm actually going to be making a caravan just tomorrow. I'm going to be heading out. I'm going to go on the southwest route. I'm going to go out in Burnsley. But if you want to join my thing, I can make it worth your while. Give you a few slips.
I think that could be arranged.
Is your friend here a mercenary as well? He's just tall, tart. He turns and gestures. He hasn't been saying much back there.
I'm a merc too.
Well, I'll let him. We
He's
have
one
a
who knows
couple other. We have a couple other friends who we'll talk to. Is there somewhere I could meet you, say in a few hours?
Yeah, sure. And he tells you about the name of a specific tavern that he'll be staying at.
Well, we'll meet up with our other friends.
Cantina, got it.
We'll meet up with our other friends and we'll discuss having, giving you some protection along the way.
Excellent.
And we'll meet you there in a few hours, good sir.
Even better. And he gives a polite nod, wanders off. Meanwhile...
Friend's shadow. Let's go back and find the others.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the other guys... So, Bragwin and Darth Tyron, you decided to go see the mayor without your comrades, because you're pure evil. When you get to the mayor's office, you notice that there's a bit of a line. Most of the people in front of you are merchants of some kind or another, most of whom seem to be Karens. Not all of them are female, but they're definitely very Karen-y.
Oh, God.
One of them is actually in the middle of having a tirade about one issue that they've had at another person who is in the middle of a tirade about an issue they've had, and you're pretty sure neither of them are listening to each other. They just want to yell about what's bothering them to someone.
See, we're Patari, so we're like...
Yeah, no, you can hear it all. You got both combos coming in beautifully.
Oh.
One of the guards catches your eye and just kind of goes...
Oh, no.
Huh?
Don't worry about it.
So,
No, they're not wearing sombreros. I don't even know what that's from.
Oh, God. Just,
So you're just gonna get in line?
only if one of their names is Steve Martin. But,
Gotcha.
I wonder if we would be able to cut inline using the point that we're supposed to be ridding the area of probably the cause of all of these people's problems.
We weren't given anything by the Baron to signify, hey, we're priority individuals.
No, you didn't ask for anything.
So we can't cut inline right now.
I mean, you could try.
I could speak to the guard, who seems to be a little Karened out.
He's kind of doing this right now.
Yeah. So I suppose I walk up to the guard.
Can I help you, ma'am?
Well, we were just sit here.
I'm sorry about all the issues you're having, ma'am. Don't worry, the mayor will have time for you. If you just wait in line with the rest, I'm sure he'll have...
We may be able to fix those issues.
What, them? Ma'am, look, I don't want you to kill him in the middle of the town, okay?
No.
Hey,
no.
Mr. Guard, would you wake up, please?
What?
My overeager friend over here. We just got back from seeing the Baron, and the Baron has hired.
Oh, you saw the Baron? Oh, of course. God, I should have known. I apologize, Your Royal Majesty. I assume you're here on behalf of King Ucht himself.
I wish I was.
Me too, because that would be the highlight of my day right there. Oh.
I wish I was. However, we've been hired by the Baron to clear the area of bandits. So...
Oh, you're the saps that took that job. Ha! I guess you want to go see... Hang on one second. He'll wander over. Kind of knocks on the door, peeks his head in, whispers something that you can't hear. It's really quiet. Kind of comes back, says...
For real, we can't hear it?
No, you really can't hear it. I'm not going to let you roll.
Now
So,
I have a question.
He comes back and says, just the two of you? you two are going up against all the... No, it's okay. Come right in. And he lets you in. And you cut in front of all the other Karens. You hear 7 separate people who are all very upset at you for some reason. So you are let in, and the two of you are... You're kind of shoved in at a scant. He basically opens the door up just enough for you to squeeze in, and then slams it right back as other people are trying to rush forwards, right?
Oh, Lord. You
find out that the mayor, who is actually in the middle of doing some paperwork, is not actually meeting with anyone in particular at the moment.
I'm familiar with this.
Oh, yes, you're the mercenaries. There's only 2 of you?
There are 4 of us, actually.
Where's the rest of you?
They're out getting supplies and information. We were hoping to get...
Oh, information! Yes, of course. Please, have a seat. Let me just check my notes here really quick, because I gotta look at something. So, here's the deal. Bandits! Right? God, we gotta take care of them. They've been causing so many issues. So what you need to do is you need to roll a charisma check while I'm talking. Both of you. Don't tell me the result yet. And, that'll be a D20.
Okay.
So, most of those bandits have been hitting. There's a whole forested hideout. I had a couple of my own soldiers looking into it. It's just south of, well, it's just south. It's actually more like a couple days journey south. But it's south of here, and there's this whole, they've got a camp, and they've got this outpost. Near as I can tell, they're trying to set themselves up with some kind of little fiefdom kind of thing. I don't know. I don't really know the specifics, but they said it was more fortified than you'd expect from bandits. And there's a lot more of them than expected, too. And now we've got Pokemon music playing, so I'm going to hit next song, because that doesn't work really well with the scene. And as they're going... So what I'm going to go ahead and give you the exact coordinates. I'm going to give you some directions to get there, because I don't have coordinates, because that's not how that works. And I'm willing to help you out a little bit, get you a little bit of money getting started, Obviously, that's going to be coming out of the Count's budget, the Baron's budget, not my budget. But that's cool. I also kind of want you to coordinate a little bit with a buddy of mine. He's going to be heading out there, too. His name is written on one of these documents. Oh, no, it isn't written on it. Damn it, that's on that document. That's right. Give me 1 second. His name is... No, that's right, Cosb. C-O-S-B. Mr. Cosb is going to be your agent and kind of an informal communique. He's going to be there to make sure everything's done above board, verify that you got the job done. He'll be a person who can swear for you to make sure that everything's going cool. He's actually officiated with the town, so he'll be able to have some authority on that one. And if you whatever you decide to do with the bandits, he'll be able to make that nice and above board and legal. However you want to go with that. Any questions? This is when you tell me the result you roll.
Okay. 13 on my dice.
Okay.
Don't quite know my modifier.
So you look at what is your charisma?
My charisma is 17.
So that's a +2.
Okay.
Or 3, sorry. +3. Which leads you to...
16.
Tyron, what'd you get?
Mine with the modifier was a 15.
Okay. Well, here's you can tell, this guy's completely on the level. 100% honest and trustworthy.
Oh dear.
And He is. This is actually a great boon. It sounds like this is going to be nice and above board and legal, which is something that, especially you, Darth Tyrant, could stand after some things you've been through in the recent past. So it's good to finally have a nice, well-paying legal job. Bragwin. Oh yeah, they're going to be paying you great for this. So he tells you, all right. So Mr. Cosp, he's going to be. He should be back by now. He might be being held up by the Karens out back. Give me a moment. He hits a little a distinct noise, runs out like a ringing, and the guard peeks his head in. Sir, like, where's Cosp? Oh, sorry, sir. I haven't seen him lately. Oh, for God's sakes! All right, listen. I sent out Cosp to a couple of the other market stalls in the Eastern Quarter. I want you to go ahead and check up on him. He's been gathering taxes, and so he should be there. Just find him. He describes him for you a little bit. Should have a couple of armed guards with him. Because, he's collecting taxes. Go link up with him. He'll be with you. Go find your buddies. Any questions?
No.
No.
Perfect.
No.
Have a good day, then. I look forward to hearing your good report. And he goes back to working on his paperwork.
So...
I guess we just have to get back.
Would I have any reservations about him being so honest?
What's your proficiencies?
Well, stealth casting, Shatterpoint, snuffing out magic. No, I wouldn't. But then again, I have been immersed in politics most of my life being a mage.
That's true. You never did tell me your backstory.
All I had was the simplest stuff.
It just amuses me. I know like a fairly lengthy backstory for every single character except you.
Oh God,
what are you? I'm a mage.
I do have a dialogue insight proficiency.
What was that for? We decided that, but I don't remember right now. What's that for?
That was like, it was more like judging the true meaning behind what the person was saying.
That's true. Okay. Well, what we're going to do then is we're going to add that to your previous charisma roll, which actually just barely puts you above his lie roll, so he's lying through his teeth to you. You're not sure anything he said was true. However, the thing is, there's no malicious intent there. You're getting more the vibe that he is just kind of putting you off to his buddy, or his adjutant, which is this Cosp gentleman.
Management.
You probably noticed that he didn't tell you any real info, other than they're over this way in the woods, and they're defended.
Yeah.
So he's just trying to brush you off as quickly and efficiently as he can. There's a pretty good chance the only reason he gave you the time of day is because of the fact that you are on here on a mission for the Baron. And he knows that.
Wonder how many they've sent out before us.
Well, you can ask around town.
Oh. Okay.
This is not KOTOR. You can wander around. You can go get drunk. You can kill the guy right now. I wouldn't recommend that one.
No.
What I hate is that we now have to exit back out through the front door, or do we?
I mean, if you want to do a daring window escape, you can try.
I mean, what can the Karens really do to you besides yell at you?
That's true.
That is fair. I can take some yelling. I can take some more yelling, I guess.
Yeah.
Are you going to go ahead and...
It just gives me a headache, so that's it.
Are you going to go ahead and head out via the front then? Okay.
Yep.
As you were both leaving and exiting the building, as you might imagine, 7 or so voices, which you can all hear perfectly distinct from each other, are all ranting about how you are not more important to them and their issues are so big and I can't believe how my sciatic is acting up and I've got this bunion on my left foot.
I pull one of them aside and just say, no, you're right. Our issues are not that big. We're not here on issues, we're here on business. So...
Well, I can't believe you would ever insist that my issues are less important than yours, sir.
I'm not saying.
I'll have you know that I happen to be very well connected, sir.
You never speak to the Karens.
The Pong Tug Baron is someone I know personally. I'm going to go have a word with him about your show. What's your name, young man? I need to talk to you. Where's your parents at? Aren't you too young to be in this building anyway? I can't actually pretend to be a Karen because Karens are despicable human beings, and I'm not that good of an actor. So you get the idea.
Back up. Now.
Are you gonna roll intimidate?
Oh no. These are Karens, huh? They don't budge.
Are you gonna roll intimidate?
Oh, please don't stab it.
So, you two leave. She follows you for a while.
Oh god, I've had experience with this.
And for the next 5 or so minutes, she's just... And after a while, what actually ends up happening is she ends up tripping over someone else because she wasn't paying attention. And all her ire immediately redirects to that person. Oh, you need to look where you're going. And she just... So what happens is, like, you're doing this, and then she trips, and then she just stays there as you separate. And she just is ranting at that person.
One of the things that I wish I could do is just unplug.
Just, yeah.
You increase your pace a little bit to get away of the audio range. There we go, we're good. You notice your two comrades coming out of a dangerous and dingy alley, smelling of sweat socks.
That was quite a dangerous alley. Hello.
Yeah.
You guys stink.
Jeez.
When you've been around leather your entire life, sweaty socks is nothing to you.
Oh god, no.
I just want to make it clear I was not doing anything with leather in the alleyway.
I know how they process leather. No. Oh, please no.
Don't worry, they use magic. Okay. They probably don't actually use magic, but they don't use that.
So I heard a bunch of them complaining just a minute ago. That's what we were following.
We actually got
Karens.
we actually got in to see the mayor, but there were Karens that were just absolute
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Well, we have a trader who would, going by the area that we pointed to, that we think would be a good idea to give him some hired help while doing our investigating of the area.
Seems good.
What did you learn from the mayor?
That he has absolutely no freaking idea what he's doing.
Nope. You think he's legit.
Well, yeah.
Tyrant hasn't told you anything
I
yet.
think he's an idiot.
I mean, that's valid. You can do that. That's okay. By the way, the specific inn he directed you to, the merchant, was the Cracked Tankard.
Cracked Tankard.
All he really did was point us off to get another person to actually ask about more specifics on the job.
Yeah.
Following the trail. Okay, well, that's what it is.
So
we have a meeting with the merchant that we should be seeing at this tavern, the Cracked Tankard, and a couple hours from now. So let's find this guy that the mayor pawned us off to.
yeah, Mayor
What was
said he'd
his
be
name
in the
again?
eastern stalls.
What was
Mr.
his
Cos.
name again?
Cause.
Okay.
Cause.
Adjutant Cause.
Ow.
So, unfortunately, that means you have to go right back past the Karen.
Quickly,
Don't make
now,
eye
please.
contact.
Quickly
Do
and
not-
quietly.
Yes. Do not look at them.
What it turns out is
Your eyes moving.
she has actually decided to follow the person who she tripped over. So she's just at him for a bit.
Oh god.
What am I hearing?
Oh, that is my
Clock.
mother's grandfather clock.
Oh, okay. As I say, that sounds a lot like a clock, but that's just...
Yeah, it's 3 minutes ahead, always.
Gotcha. So, you guys, are you just going to beeline for Cos for the Eastern Stalls?
Yeah, let's.
Yeah.
We'll go
I'm
ahead.
going over there.
Yeah.
We'll see if he's actually going to
Help us.
tell us anything helpful.
So, you head over. I'm so tempted to make you do the runaround, but I'm not going to do it. Instead, he's right there. You find him in relatively short order, because everyone else is giving him a wide berth in an otherwise very crowded street, and there are 3 armed guards surrounding him. He also has a large sack, which is just kind of... Well, I'd say jangling, but the magicite doesn't jangle like metal. It's more like crystals going. So it's like having a sack of glass. It's very loud.
Well, not hard to spot in a crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Wanders up to the next merchant stall, says, "All right, Mr. Let's see here." Pulls the thing, Mr. Blue Nerd. I'm afraid. Hang on. Let me check my records here. Looks like you owe 3 slices, and nope, that's it. Or slips. Sorry, shavings. Shavings. You owe 3 shavings. What I didn't need. No, I have the paperwork right here, sir. It says 3 shavings. One of the guards pulls out his sword. Okay, here. Takes the shavings. Thank you very much, sir. Makes a check mark. Moves on.
Tax collectors, oh boy. Well,
Yeah.
Wait, so how does the money go again?
I don't even care to check the legitimacy of that. I just don't care for tax.
Brick, bar, strip, slip, shaving.
All right.
I wonder if he's complaining about 3 shavings. This must not be very good. Would I have to roll like an int or something like that?
No, you can go. You can just ask him. You can walk up and talk to him.
well, let's perhaps get at the very least the guard's attention if he's busy, and let him know that we want to speak with him.
This is true. One of you can get the armed guard's attention.
These 3 armed guards, they got a lot of arms.
They're just full of arms, is what it is.
Yeah. I'll try and get one of the guards' attention. Wave some indications that I want to speak with him.
Yeah.
He's gonna look at you really strangely, but he's not gonna do anything. He's just waiting. Like,
Yeah, this is the whole I'm not trying to threaten you. I just want to speak with you thing.
yeah. So he's just like, okay.
Yep. So I walked up to him and said, "Excuse me, we are on a task from the mayor, and we need to speak with Adjutant Cosp as soon as he has time. It's regarding the bandit situation."
Oh, right, I remember. So I guess you're the mercs. He kind of glances at the rest of you. You're the mercs that have picked up the job.
That's right.
It's about time we got someone else to pick it up. The last 3 groups didn't do so hot.
How many?
Really? What happened?
He goes, "Well, that's a good question. If you find out about them, you can let us know. There might be some bonus in it for you." So he turns to the adjutant and says, Sir, it's mercenary group on behalf of the mayor." Oh, yes, of course. Thank you very, very much. I changed my accent in the middle of my dialogue here because I didn't think about it too much. Let's see, hang on.
Nasal spray that'll clear that right up.
Thank you very much. Much appreciated. So I don't have any... So you're right. I'm going to go ahead and you get the really strong impression that he's given this speech before, because off the top of his head, he just starts saying, "So thank you very much for joining the mayoral campaign of all disclaimers of things, and your bodily death is not the problem of the Count of Halkar," and so forth and so on. And as a further addendum, pause. Then he looks up and says, "Oh, you're still here. Yes, so the last we heard from the bandit group is that there is some kind of forestry domicile to the south. It is approximately, I guess that would be 12 miles south, but a little bit to the east. If you simply follow it out there, you should be able to get there in relatively good time. There are no trade routes that go along that area." I'll go ahead and mark it on the map with this. There, it's right about there. There's no real trade routes that happen to go through that area. It's kind of a dead zone in the middle, but they can hit they can hit 1, 2, 3, 4. They can hit 5 trade routes simply from that spot, or 4 trade routes from that spot. So, as you might imagine, this is something that is of great concern to the local merchants guilds. If you could go look into this immediately, that would be very much appreciated. Thank you very much. And then he turns, expecting you to not have any questions for him.
Excuse me, I have a question.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
I don't want to take your time. If there's someone else who would perhaps know about the troop movements, armaments, things like that, then I could ask them. But
information about the specifics related to the banditry is not something that is the purview of... I've been playing Outer Worlds lately, can you tell? It's not something that is the purview of the company. Given the circumstances at this time, there is, however, going to be... if you wish to procure additional information, you may go ahead and flag it with Form 887B, and he actually hands you a slip of paper. And you may attempt to be reimbursed for any expenses you incur during the course of your investigation. Do note that the company does not actually ensure that you will be reimbursed for any expenses incurred during the course of investigation.
All right, I just stuff it in my pocket. Great.
Well,
Is there anything else?
Kindling.
I don't have any questions for you. No.
Does anyone else have any questions for him?
It's to the south, and he knows.
He gave you pretty decent directions towards it.
Yeah, but as far as specifics for the bandit group, does not care.
No, you notice I'm not making you roll anything because his attitude should be pretty obvious.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he just goes back to whatever he was doing.
Oh yeah, he just goes right back to tax collection.
So I'm gonna ask the guard who was speaking to me.
Yeah, what's up?
Is there anywhere we can learn more about what was going on? You said there's been 3 separate groups that have gone out?
Yeah, there's been a bunch of calls from mercs lately trying to send them out. I don't know details. I just know that I've heard that little spiel 3 times before you come along. I hope you fare better.
Well, I do too, and that's what we're trying to do that. Is there anyone who might know a little more about what's going on? This seems very, very sparse.
Well, he just kind of strokes his head for a moment, and you get the really strong impression he's asking for a bribe.
With all my 0 money?
Yep, that's right. I mean, I might be able to think of something. I'm going to ponder that a minute. You can also try another method to convince him if you want to.
Well, no, I mean, like, that's... Honestly, if I was in the same situation, I'd ask for the same thing, so I understand.
I might be able to come up with something, maybe.
Look, I'll when you get off, I'll buy you a drink or something. Like, you gotta understand, there's a reason we're taking this job. We're down in our luck.
I see. I don't suppose you asked for an advance on the salary.
Well, that would have been... I look over at the 2 people who went to the mayor. Did you get an advance?
Nope! Nobody asked for the Baron for an advance either, which I admit amuses me. I'll let you retcon if you want to have asked one of them for an advance. I do demand you pick one and only one, though. The Baron or the mayor.
How about I roll... Are you going to have us roll for it or anything?
Yes, it's going to be a roll.
Alright. I'll have asked the Baron.
Okay. I'm going to be counter-rolling, so you got to beat me.
So what am I rolling for?
This would be straight charisma.
Charisma?
If anybody has like a bargaining or persuasion kind of thing, this would be a good time for it.
Alright, so I have a 15, but I also have my nobility poise.
Oh, that's true. You do have that.
So that'd be, give me what, 17 or so?
Mm-hmm. Wait, it's +3, so yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So about a 17 on the,
Well, that's good, because I rolled a 16, no joke, so... So the Baron has gone ahead and decided to give you an advance. That's actually really good. So the Baron, let's see, he's going to give you, let's say, 2 slips each. So all of you, do me a favor, write that down. You now have 2 slips. That's a step above shaving. I know, made up currency.
Now we just gotta decide who gives up a slip.
I mean, I'm asking, and I'm assuming.
So, meanwhile, back in the present, he's this whole time he's been like.
I don't know what bribery rates are in the settings. So what? As a former soldier,
as I say, as a soldier, you're pretty sure that even something minuscule like 1 shaving would be more than acceptable of just a random bribe for random guard.
Okay. All right. I will grab out the shaving and be like, this is really going to hurt me, but you look like you got some good info here.
Oh, well, he just kind of pockets that in his little pouch. If I were you, I would think very long and hard about possibly looking into any information that doesn't come from the mayor or any of his office on this one. You might want to ask around about Knight Captain Ritmard. And he considers for a moment. And now I want you to roll. Whoever wants to assist him, you can, but I need a charisma roll.
Okay.
Please help me.
All right. With modifier 18.
Okay, so that'll add +2 to your third.
Well, if it adds +2, that makes that a 13.
The good news is this is 5e, so that's actually still good. Because we've shrunk the number substantially. Anything above 10 is actually pretty decent. So he considers for a moment. You feel like he's debating if he wants to add a little bit of information there, and he says, another thing you might want to do is forget about this forest business. Look west. And about that time you hear, God, Captain. Oh, yeah, sorry, I got to get back to work. Looks like someone's not...
Forget about it?
No, yes, someone's not paying the fine. So he goes over.
You got a job to do. Collect some shavings.
Yep, no, he gets to go to collect some shavings. And he's off.
Okay.
Ah.
This guy.
I turn around and say, it can never be simple, can it?
That'd make it too easy.
So...
Need a drink.
So, Knight Captain, what was his name again?
Ritmard.
Look west and forget the forest business.
No, I'm going to let Bragwin in third roll int to see if you recognize that name. Just you two, though.
Oh, 20.
Okay. So, int is 19... That gives me a... I mean, okay, so my insight is 19.
So that gives you +4.
+4. 19.
No, 19. Got it. So, what ends up happening is both of you think a moment, and third, you get there first, but you actually do recognize that name. He was former military, former Gresh. Proper military. You're not sure what he's doing suddenly being a knight captain, since that's not a military. That's not a kingdom military rank. That's like a militia rank, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're not sure what's going on with that. It's also a weirdly high rank. Last you checked, that guy wasn't all that high up on the totem pole.
So Loka got himself a cushy job. All right. Well, Ritmard sounds like someone who was, when we knew him, Mac, was he like actually a decent soldier, or
No,
not really? No.
Ah, so that's how he got there. Well,
Looks like someone could cut it as a merc.
Merc, we could definitely cut it as... He's
Someone who
probably
stands
fat
in a
by
little
now.
guardhouse and picks his nose. All right. No offense if any of you have been night guards before. All right. Well, that seems like a good follow-up. I hate to say this, but it'll probably be more informative than the people we've run into so far.
Possibly. Also, would probably require more in bribes.
Well, no, if I remember correctly, he like never took bribes, and he was a real pushover and just divulged any information that he had. Honestly, that's exactly what I remember. As long as I'm writing his backstory right here.
Just kind of fleshing it out. I remember every time I saw him, he would just give me his lunch money. I don't know why.
As a matter of fact, he owes me money.
Yeah, it's weird. So are you going to go try hunt this guy down?
Able to get your shaving back.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Sure, why not?
So if you're beelining for him, that actually it takes a couple hours for you to find him. He's actually back at the castle, the Baron's castle. It is the Baron, right? Double checking my notes. Yep. Okay. It's thankfully because you already have your writs, because they already saw you there. Did you forget about something? You need
No, I'm just provisioning, gathering information, that kind of stuff.
Oh, of course. Carry on. So you head in, you find him. He is currently actually on patrol. So you catch him as he's making the rounds around the inner keep, specifically. Can I help you? And he pauses as he sees you, Third. He's like, look, I don't have your money.
No, that's okay. I'm not... Well, now that you mention it, I mean, I completely forgot about it, but now that you brought it up, I mean, wow. We'll have to settle that sometime else. Or maybe you can repay us in some information.
All right, what kind of information?
We took the bandit job.
The band... And there's just this pause. Everyone roll everyone roll wisdom. Sorry.
All right.
Oh, Lord.
Would this fall under the auditory empathy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Right.
Oh.
That gives me an unnatural 20.
That
Nice.
gives me a 21 total.
Jesus.
So wisdom, my wisdom is 9. It probably gives me like what, +1 or something like that.
+4.
+4?
Oh, no, sorry. A 9 would give you a -1.
-1, 18 then.
Okay. Jesus. Shadow Machine, what do you got?
So I add what? Wisdom +3, and then with the auditory empathy thing, that'd be 16.
Okay.
It must be really obvious.
Now, what's actually funny about this is only Tyron and Third picked this up.
Oh, yeah.
But there's just this hesitance, and you realize, like, that he's just off. I'm not going to give you any more specifics, but the fact that you're working on the bandit job throws him. Like, now in reality, he just stutters for like a half a second. It's barely even just, oh, you're taking the bandit job. Okay, cool. I assume you want some information on the hideout. Yeah, sure, no problem. Here, you got a piece of paper?
Yeah, wait. What's the matter, buddy? What's wrong with this job?
Well,
You did that flutter thing. You know that flutter thing that you always tended to do?
just building up this backstory for this guy.
When you knew something, like when you crashed the supply closet and you went tell the quartermaster?
Listen, the quartermaster never found out about this. Listen, no, look at... Yeah, his cards were on fire. I had a streak. I could have won. All right, listen. I don't want to sound too alarmist, but I need you to roll a charisma roll, and I'm also going to need you to understand that this is not an easy job. Okay, you are not the first group that's been sent out after these guys.
We've heard.
We've heard.
It's just, yeah. Wait, 3? They're up to 3 now?
How big were these groups, or the last one that you were aware of?
8 or so, I think, was the size of the group.
Oh.
Oh.
That's okay. We're worth like 2 people.
Anyways, yeah, no, I don't want you, like, you can walk away from this one, right? Like, you still, I don't have the money for you, but you got, you can let this job slide if you have to, right?
Why?
I'm just saying, we haven't heard back from the 2 groups that I knew about. Jesus, I've been busy.
Why do you think what do you think went wrong?
I don't know. I mean, it was my first guess.
Second guess.
My second guess was, and my third guess was, anyways.
So you said they went out in groups of 8. Like, how many bandits are there? You don't know. Nobody knows.
Listen, here, you got the parchment?
Mm-hmm.
All right, he'll start sketching out a map. It's like, here's what I know. There's a river, you hit over here, you hit this area, you go past the river. To the left, there's going to be a whole bundle of trees, and there's going to be a nice open clearing. Don't go to the clearing. But if you see the clearing, you're pretty close, because that's kind of like the obvious entry route. And if you just kind of go around the edge of the clearing, you're going to probably start to see the palisade. That's their main camp right there. There's this here. From what I remember, they had a tower, so you're going to have to watch for that if you might want to approach at night and blah, 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 blah. By the way, everything he's describing is down at the forest to the south. I want to be clear about that.
Right,
So
yeah.
nothing about what's happening in the west that the bear mentioned.
What west? I haven't heard anything about the west.
No,
No, I mean,
the tax collector mentioned something to the west.
Tax
It was not
collector.
the tax collector. It was the guard.
The guard,
Oh,
correct.
the guard. Right. I don't know what the heck he's on about, other than maybe, He's a little bit more too worried about, trying to make sure it gets the right supplies, because we get most of our booze from the West, but especially Calchester, that's where all the wine supplies come from.
Oh, so I see. I think I see what's happening.
You don't? Are you suggesting these are privateers?
Listen. No comment. Now, I wouldn't know nothing about no privateers. I tried.
It'd be awful if they were just sending off mercenaries to attack like trained military privateers.
That would be awful. To be clear, he's not even trying to lie here. He's just, he's doing the... Yeah, that would be terrible. Couldn't imagine. Although, and he leans in for a second, knowing where their privateer's for, well, that's a little trickier, isn't it? Because, I don't...
I envy you. You actually just got out of this whole business entirely.
I got a nice job.
I know. They're not as stupid as everyone else said.
It's incredible. It wouldn't even... Yeah.
Sorry. Would he recognize me?
Let's roll for it. I was leaning towards no because you were on the other side of the fence.
Ah.
But I'm still leaning towards no.
Okay, good.
Oh yeah, by the way, this guy was former Higdat. I think I failed to mention that. That's why he recognizes third.
Oh, okay.
Now you guys don't know that in character, but that's kind of for the viewers. That's a little layer there.
So just out of mild curiosity, how much do you actually get for this gig?
Oh shoot. Well, I don't get much money if I'm being honest. I'm kind of hoping for a promotion soon. My cousin says he's trying to set something up. I don't know.
I mean, you went straight up to Night Captain pretty quickly. I mean, it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, but all I do is do the rounds and look pretty for the thing. Like this is a ornamental job. You know what I mean? I want something with a little more meat to it. I want something with actual responsibility. But that's going to take some while and some time. And obviously, I got the what with the where and the thing with the place and the stuff.
Oh, she's still bothering you?
You have no idea, dude. Oh my god.
Well, okay.
Oh, sorry, I didn't actually tell you how much I'm making. It's not much. I'm making low middle wage. I don't feel like making up a number right now.
Low middle class.
Yeah, it's not a lot, but I mean, they cover room and board, and I get to eat at the Baron's table, which is pretty nice. So
get to eat at the Baron's table. That's pretty. Man, we should just quit this job and just.
I mean, if you want to join up, I could put in a word for you if you want. Maybe make you part of my own squad. This is not a joke. You want to go this route? I know how to turn this story. In fact, I actually predicted that. I predicted that you guys would quit mercenary. It was one of the paths I came up with. So for once, you wouldn't be surprising your GM.
Yeah, no, I don't want to be part of any organized militia or military or anything ever again.
Yeah, me either. That's not for me.
That's all good. You don't have to. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I mean, no offense on your end. I appreciate the offer.
Oh, okay. No, I understand. Especially that guy. Aren't you a professional assassin, sir? No, I'm kidding. He isn't it? I recognize you. I hired you just last week.
My last shot was on the other side of the island.
I was going to say, I remember that. You were like, woo! In fact, here, for viewers at home, here, I'll share the map. He was, so we're over here in the Alcar province, is the right word? No. County. We're in the Alcar county. There, he was way up here in Kustoji. That's the distance segregation there. Anyways, so... Anything else I can help you with for old time's sake? I mean, I might be good for a couple of shaving. Tell you what, I'll buy you a wine. Does that sound? The wine that comes in from Calchester is some of the best, I'm telling you.
Really? No, I'd like to try that. There's actually a place where we're just going to hit up pretty soon. What was that called? I'm trying to shout out.
The Cracked Tankard, I think.
Cracked Tankard?
Yep.
Cracked Tankard? Yeah, you know about that place?
I've never been there myself. I have heard a rumor. These are the dumbest rumors. I've heard a rumor that a giant scorpion-like devil has been summoned in that area. What is?
Let's leave town.
These rumors are so stupid.
Yeah, I heard the devil was in the basement.
Hang on.
Oh god, now it's just Final Fantasy VII Final Exams all over again.
Hang on, here we go. What is with these rumors? These are such stupid. I got a random generator for rumors, and they're just coming up with. I heard it. I heard there's an evil curse that's befalling the town. This town that we're in. I heard there's also a mad hermit who lives in the local bluffs. There's also a glass blower who is boasting that the current lord, which in this case would be the Baron, owes him a great debt.
That one's okay. That one's interesting.
That one's okay. I could work with that one. However, the true queen is currently held in prison within the Black Tomb of Sorrows. Now,
Jesus.
I mean,
Who'd she piss off?
I was going to say, remember, the Kingdom of Gresh does not have a queen. The Kingdom of Hagdad has a queen, so...
And the Kingdom of Gresh has a king. So maybe we should work towards arranging a political marriage there.
I mean, that would be hysterical.
It would.
And if you're wondering why, go watch the video. I'm going to keep plugging it until everyone's watched it.
Yeah.
So, so are you done with him?
I am, unless anybody else has.
No.
He was your friend. We'll let you take the lead on this one.
Yeah.
So he shakes your hand as you go. Have a good one.
Yep.
Good luck.
You too. Thanks.
I'm gonna go back to my cushy job.
Cushy job.
He cushes off. So where do you want to go?
Let's go to that tavern.
Yeah.
The Cranked Cavern. You heard the true Crank. It's just some of these rumors. Oh my god. There's a male craftsman who is evil. That's the first thing you tell me.
What?
I heard it's an evil person in town.
He's short and slender with long white hair
So
and gray eyes.
Aaron.
God.
What is with this crap? All right, whatever. Screw that. We'll look at the menu. So they've got, they have wine, whiskey, brandy, and mead. They've also got walnut bread, roasted goose. They've also got some pomegranate pie, and they've also got braised oxen with ginger, hazelnut bread, and blue cheese. Oh, and of course, wine, Calchester wine. The wine is expensive.
How expensive?
We're talking let's say, basically, so 5 shavings per glass.
Jeez.
Per glass?
Per glass, not per bottle.
Ooh, wow. That must be some potent wine.
To give you a little bit of perspective, like, you could get a full meal, which also includes alcohol, for like 1 shaving.
Yeah, no, that's. I'm just going for the simple meal.
Okay.
Roast goose and some mead.
Ooh.
Maybe some pomegranate pie.
The pomegranate pie is excellent. You can tell it's fresh. You can smell it when you come in.
Ooh, lovely.
Now, so technically, what I should do now is something I actually had planned to do. However, I had a power outage. So,
Yeah.
what I want you to know is that as you're walking through, a lot of people are all talking at once, and you can hear all of it. And this is when I was going to just rapid fire some stuff at you. I didn't come up with it. I'm sorry. I didn't have time.
Yeah.
And it was.
Get it.
So, I actually thought about going down and just doing it on paper, but I wanted to access my notes because I wanted to actually reference some things because there's some stuff going on. So all you know in general is that the battle. So I know this one off the top of my head. One of the patrons is talking about how the Yarsgarth forces are constantly pushing up against Ponthug. That's to the south. That's under the Gasca county. Those forces are, when I say the pushing up, let me be more clear. They're winning. The Gasca troops from Yazgoth are succeeding at pushing on the Aklar troops towards Ponthug. You are currently in the Aklar county, to be clear. So that's one of the big ones. I remember that off the top of my head, and that totally doesn't mean it's important or anything.
Oh.
See, what I was going to do is I was going to come up with like totally random crap, and then 3 or 4 actually important stuff, and then the 2 big ones, which that's one of them, and that way you wouldn't know which one was important. This is a tip for GMs in the future, but as always, GMing involves time, as any good GM will tell you. Moving on. So that's one of the things you hear about. The other thing you hear about is that there is a rune to the southwest of Guthrum. It's actually on the map if you're paying attention to it. It's right there. It's right over here. And that ruin is apparently being used right now by a fairly large military force. They're not sure whom, though. They just know that they've been seeing banners which have not had any house seal on them, and there have been camps and fires and clear signs of some kind of large encampment down there. Meanwhile, the food is excellent. As I mentioned, the hazelnut bread is just a little bit stale. The blue cheese is good. The wine, does anyone want to try the wine? Because you're going to pay for the wine.
Not unless my good buddy Night Captain comes by and offers a glass.
He does not.
I'm not that rich.
There's a platypus in the corner. She's having some of the wine.
Good for her.
She just has a bottle. She kind of goes, no, it's in a bowl. There you go. Laps at it periodically.
So?
What are you guys doing?
Where's your contact?
Yeah, I'll look for that merchant that I saw that we talked to earlier.
So you tilt your head for a second. You don't even have to roll for this because this is your racial specialty. You can just immediately listen for his voice. And again, there's no roll involved unless it's really, really distinct or like he's trying to hide it or something. So you can immediately tell that, oh, he's up on the second floor because you can hear his voice up there.
Alright, so then let's... Alright, I heard him on the second floor. Let's go meet up with him and see about any specifics for this.
So you head up. There's a second floor story, obviously, I suppose. It's got a whole like other sectioned area. It's a little quieter. And there's most of the people up there are clearly wealthier. They are wearing nicer clothing and they're eating nicer food. Every single one of the tables has at least one wine glass at it. In one case, and this is the case of the table that you're approaching, there's one wine glass and they're just kind of passing it around and, everyone gets a sip kind of a thing. Mr. Lotes, I'm sorry, that's the name of the merchant, Lotes. Mr. Lotes is standing there, just having a story, a nice little boisterous story. This is one of the reasons it was so easy to detect him. He just, my good friend, I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Shadow.
I love it! Shadow! This is the gentleman I was telling you about. He turns to his fellows. Yes, he's the one who's going to be... he and his... I assume this is your full crew?
Yes, this is it for the moment.
Actually, I'm a little hungry.
You're a little hungry? Well, you could to go get some food, young man.
Okay. Does he have some food right there?
Oh, yeah.
Do you mind?
He hesitates for a moment, but yeah, sure, go ahead. He's got several things of the hazelnut bread and a chunk of meat, which I didn't describe to you, so you're not sure what that is. It wasn't on the menu.
We'll find out soon.
So, the meat is some kind of steamed meat, and it's got a little bit of a sweet taste to it. You think you've tasted it before, and actually, ironically, you are probably one of the only two people in this party who could identify it, because it's Igni meat. Igni, for those of you not aware, who didn't watch the video, first of all, shame on you. Second of all, is an innately magical creature. It is an elemental fire creature that has actual elemental flame energy running through its body, which adds a bit to the flavor, supposedly. It's got a bit of a kick to it.
Right the tag.
Yeah.
So
yes, you want to. Oh yes, you want to help us out. Hang on. Oh my good fellows. Oh, we're going to be heading westward. Let's see, tomorrow at bright and early, as soon as the sun rises, probably. So you're going to have to be ready for that. We're going to have 3 total things. I can't think of the name of all of a sudden.
Wagons?
Well, wagons, but they hover. They have these magicite plates underneath them, and those can go over things like water or rocks or whatever, and they can just maintain a level of heat. So it's way more terrain friendly than just wheels.
Very useful.
Yes, we'll be heading out about then-ish. Obviously, we need to be keeping track for anything of any certain... You can never be too careful about those pundits, am I right? Of course, those are all to the south, so I doubt we'll have any issues there. But, nevertheless, there has been some increased hostilities between Wykor and Aklar, so... and then he hesitates for a moment and says, I don't suppose you would be worried about fighting regulars?
Regulars?
As in military regulars. as in professional career soldiers.
Well, that wouldn't be the first regular I've had to fight, but I try not to get too involved with them.
Well, obviously, we don't want to be part of any internecine squabbles. I'm just pointing out that that's totally going to be who you're going to be fighting if you come with us. So, as long as you're okay with that, you just need to dissuade them. We don't need to kill them, obviously. We just need to... It's a defense job. We need to keep the caravans safe and smooth. They'll probably stop us and be like, give us your money, and your job is to make them not get the money, and then the money goes to you instead.
Of course.
I can connect the dots even more clearly if I need to, sir.
I think we've got the general gist of it.
Excellent! Capital!
What do you guys think? Guys and girl think?
I think this is really good, but
the Igni meat, by the way, is really well roasted. As in is roasted well. It's good.
Yeah. So
are these regulars
small pieces?
Do you know from whom, equipment, numbers, that kind of stuff?
I wouldn't know, sir. It's entirely up to them if they decide to give us a hassle. It could be a single squad. It could be an entire platoon. By the way, squad is... so Higdat uses a multiple of 8 system. And yes, I thought of this. Shut up, I'm a geek. No, seriously, the Gresh use multiple of 10 system, so it's 10 to the squad, and everything else is based off that. Higdat uses 8 to the squad. So squad is 8, platoon is 32. I sincerely doubt we'll be finding a company. That would be 144, by the way. But if we do encounter a company, I dare say we'll be giving them the money.
Of course.
They'll probably be spending more to get the money.
Yes. I don't think we'll be running into that. That's probably not an issue. If we run into them, we've gone the wrong way.
Or you're carrying some pretty old stuff.
At most, we might expect a squad.
A platoon is possible, but unlikely. Again, that would probably be a sign of us going the wrong way. Or if they're there for some unrelated reason, that would be the main issue there.
So,
success on this is totally based on everything working out on luck.
You'll be fine. It's okay, I usually don't kill my players, but in this case, I'm totally cool with killing you, just as an FYI.
Hooray.
What?
So, if this is a trade through to Calchester.
Yep. There, and if you're amenable, you could also defend us on the way back, but that'll be a few days hence. I'm going to have to sell, resupply, stop, visit the wife and kids. And then, make the return trip. There's that blue wind. She always gives me every time I go. She's like, "Why are you going off and trading? You should stay home." And I'm just like, I'm trying to bring in the money.
That sounds like the exact voice you heard in that line today.
And then every time you come back, there's another one.
That's just, I don't know why. They spread. It's strange. I think it's because of
the house, but they still find their way in.
Oh, it's ridiculous. I think it's just the fact that we're still under war taxes. We need to stop being at war with the Higdat. The Higdat are not our enemies. He says that loudly.
This meat pie definitely isn't my enemy.
Oh yeah, Branko, did you try any of it?
I tried a small piece of it.
Do me a favor, roll a d8.
Oh.
I'm gonna regret this.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
3.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
Good. Because I can already imagine.
That's good. It's good. It's you.
Because I already figured if it's magical, just not really.
I mean, there's stuff that can happen. That's all I'm saying. Damn.
Well, I, for one, think it sounds like an absolutely dangerous job where nobody seems to know anything about the numbers, so it should be fun.
Well, that's that or we go south.
I was going to say, you guys do technically have a job elsewise, but it is entirely up to you. Calchester or south to the forest.
When's the caravan leaving?
Tomorrow morning, first thing in the morning. So probably like 9-ish hours from now.
So let's think over what we've learned already.
Please don't split the party.
No.
No, Isaac.
No.
I'm just gonna. You can, but please don't. That's just a personal
No,
request.
You've already said you're willing to kill us.
I'm
No.
totally gonna kill you if you split the party.
No.
It will be a company if you split the party.
Oh god.
So we have a bandit encampment in the forests to the south. They've been hitting the 4 major trade routes of the area. There's apparently a big military grouping in the ruins to the southwest. Allegiance unknown at the moment. We know Gascon is not too fond of Aklar where we are right now. So
Yeah, Gasca and Aklar are basically in a state of outright war. Which, by the way, for those of you at home wondering, yes, they are part of the same kingdom, and no, that doesn't stop them from being at war with each other.
didn't stop Japan from being at war with itself with its, different, fiefdoms over there.
Admittedly,
So I
I'm
wonder-
thinking... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. So I wonder how many other caravans are going to be taking off at the exact same time that this one is.
It's a good question.
So I suppose I ask them, are there any other caravans taking off, or is it just usually one at a time?
Well, I'm going to have to ask you to do a wisdom check if you're going to ask that question. Anyone else can roll it, too. Except for you, third. You're too busy eating.
22.
20, Jesus Christ. So, not that I'm aware of. Oh no, actually what he says, sorry, he doesn't say that. He says, if there are, I'm not aware of it. He is lying.
So there are, so... So I'm just basically thinking to myself, I suppose they all several take off at the same time, hoping one of the others will draw off any bandit attack from themselves. So,
This guy seems a bit, obviously, on the more wealthy end of traders. Maybe he's hired several, or has encouraged several smaller traders to go the same route maybe first. So they'll get them big squads or platoons.
So this guy seems to be...
Hang on, do you guys want to, in character, find another place to go talk this over?
Yes.
Yeah.
You find another place. I'm not even going to make you roleplay.
Okay.
You find a place where you can go talk behind a closed door.
Okay.
Dude, let me know. I'll be here for another 20 minutes or so. You're welcome. Wait, no, don't. You're welcome, sir. Freaking stupid
So this is how you survive.
mercenaries. Ugh.
All right.
Hang
So
on.
sorry, I was not listening to half of that.
Switch to an evil
So-
playlist as you discuss this.
So chances are likely that there are going to be several other merchants taking off in different directions at the exact same time. Hoping to...
think
He was lying through his teeth when he said he didn't know.
Why would he lie about that?
Well, hiding your numbers, hiding your route. That's the safest way to go through any place. Blood bandits.
I think if taking this job for now,
Yeah.
say we run into a small troop of bandits, or even an enemy kingdom squad, or fiefdom squad, will give us little. We managed to take them out. Give us a little insights into the general climate of the area and what we might expect further on in this job for the Baron.
Maybe. Well, I'll tell you one thing. I don't like going anywhere, whether it's west or south, without doing a little bit of recon. Going with this caravan seems like it's just going to be painting a target over our heads.
I do agree that it's not the safest thing for us to do.
Admiral Akbar image.
They literally have all the advantages if we do that.
So what are you thinking recon-wise?
Well, I'd like to at least see what's going on with and have the little contract with the map that Knight Captain sketched out. At least see what's going on in this area, just to see what they're packing. At least multiple people have told us to go here, so we at least need to check this out. But no engagements if we can help it.
Yeah.
So let's go decline this merchant's offer to be caravan guards, and let's go scouting out the woods to the south.
I'll wait here while you do that because I took basically half this table, so I don't want to go back in there.
Reputation decreased with the Merchants Guild.
Hey.
So you head out. They're wrapping up by the time you get back out to the room.
Mm-hmm.
Have you decided?
Yeah, unfortunately, our mission, or the mission that we are on, leads us in different directions than where you are currently heading.
Oh, that's a pity. I'm terribly sorry about that then. I didn't realize you were already on another job. Why were you seeking one with me? Were you going to split the party?
No, we're just in the market for information. We thought traveling with a merchant might help us out a bit, but unfortunately, you are not going the way that we need to go.
Oh, that makes sense perfect. You know, I heard the true queen is imprisoned within the Black Tomb of Sorrows. A little information for the day.
I have no idea where that Black Tomb of Sorrows is.
It's very black, I'm told, and sorrowful. That's all I'm aware of, really. Well, if that's all, then I'm going to go ahead and I need to get ready and get back in for the caravan tomorrow. If you will excuse me. He starts to head off.
I don't even need to roll wisdom check to think, oh my gosh. I'm fairly certain he hasn't told you a single straight truth.
Yeah.
He's awesome. What can I say?
Yeah. This guy is...
Oh, I'm full.
The food was quite good.
It was. Got some leftovers in case anybody wants some of this stuff.
I'm going to take you up on that.
In the morning.
Yeah. No. All right. Well, speaking of the morning, though, the time's of the essence, right?
Yeah.
We got to get moving if we need to do anything.
So we're going to need to get some provisions before we go out there.
This is true.
Shopping this time. It's kind of late, but... So here's the deal. I usually don't do too much when it comes to hard paperwork for D&D. The general idea is if it's something that it's reasonable for you to have, you probably have it. Now that being stated... Yes, Plenty. That being stated, if you want something specific or something unique, you are going to have to seek it out and grab it. And if you decide to be stupid, then I'm going to call you on it. Like if you're in the middle of dungeon, it's like, oh man, it's okay. Thank God I had my 30-foot umbrella with me this whole time. And then the answer is no.
Okay, cave tanning, sure.
Look, I'm just saying, when life gives you lemons, you say, screw you. I want to talk to your manager. So
talk to life's managers. Make him take the lemons back.
Damn right. So you can go and gather provisions. Is there anything specific you want? Other than generalized stuff.
Would a mage need anything specific for, like, mana? Just in case.
Pillows. No, is the answer to your question.
Okay, just rest.
Yes, rest. You need rest.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming we have like basic equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. We may need food to, eat.
Yeah, provisions.
Yeah, you can get food. You got, yeah, no, there's plenty of stuff. You can get it.
Like FUD. You get
Or
FUD.
died first, Alex.
Yep. It is a true statement.
So what are you thinking? Maybe get like 5 days of rations for each of us?
Hey, you can get more than 5. I mean, hell, 5 days would barely cover you there and back.
I mean,
get
10
enough.
days.
Get enough for there and back, basically.
Yeah.
It sounds like there might be some foresty stuff, so maybe some forester gear, because I'm not sure if we've been traveling around that type of area before.
I think the only one of you who would have any experience with forest gear would actually be Tyron.
Or would I?
Yes, you would. Shut up.
Okay.
Except the bone.
And there, Alex is talking about undead stuff.
Look, I'm just saying, as a Lich King, you know when to give out. I'm done. So, foresty gear. I mean, axes. Sure, bedrolls, little citronella candle. We can do that.
Basically, I'm just suggesting we don't go on a recon without in our street clothes.
Yeah, really. Well,
Oh, by the way, it's December.
My only clothes.
Sorry, I actually completely forgot to mention. It is December in universe right now.
ooh.
So
So
it's
the
nice
warmer
and
part.
chilly.
Yeah, it's a little cold. It's a little cold. You're kind of in the moderate temperate zone, but it's still it's still getting down there a little bit.
Yeah, at night it's gonna get cold. So,
So get a couple traveling cloaks, or a traveling cloak for each of us.
Pick up
Get
the
mines.
old explorer's pack.
Yep.
Uh,
Again, I'm not going to charge you for any of that. That's just kind of standard gear, so we're cool with that.
Get a nice get mine adorned with a bunch of extra little pockets.
That might cost you. That'll cost you. But you can totally do that.
Yeah, I'd be good with getting some extra pockets.
Okay. So let's say that's going to cost you. Roll charisma.
And 13 plus 16.
3 shavings.
3 shavings. All right. So
I can just say 3 if it makes it easier. Cost you 3. And you started with 20.
Yep. So I have 1 slip and 7 shavings left personally.
Okay. And there's tons of pockets. Some of them are nice and hidden too.
Yeah.
So you can just kind of slide things in there. You'll have a better chance of hiding stuff in there if you're searched, and it'll help you if you decide to try and pickpocket or anything like that.
Yep. That's exactly what I was thinking of. I'm gonna want to, especially now knowing about the personal coins. I'm thinking, with my background, I'm someone who's interested in obtaining and selling coins.
Okay. A very dangerous but lucrative job.
But I don't want to try ever do it stupid. I want to
Walk out. Anyone want to buy a coin?
yeah, really.
Anyone need a coin? Anyone? Why are you looking at me so weird? By the way, the penalty for that is actually death, just as a heads up. But it is still a lucrative thing if you get away with it. So,
Healing kits.
healing kits. So I assume you mean like my kind of healing kits? The healing checks that give you health? Okay. So those are pretty damned rare around here. Honestly, I'm going to roll to see if there's even one available. There is. Holy crap. There is 1 healing kit. That's probably going to cost, let's say, 32 total.
Whew.
Ooh,
So you have to pool a little bit. But you can do it.
that'd be 8 shavings each to get 1.
I mean, I will definitely chip in for it, and I also can use it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that also gives us a way to heal because we don't white mage.
Yeah, you guys don't have a way to heal, so this... But it is something you can totally grab.
Yeah, so that leaves 12 shaping.
I guess you can healing surge because we added that rule, but whatever.
There's that too, but that isn't that for the.
That's for like resting.
Yeah, it's out of combat.
Yeah.
Post combat.
Yeah, healing kits are in combat.
Mm-hmm.
So, want to pool in? Everyone
Yeah, I'm chipping in.
pools in 8
Yeah.
shavings?
Yep.
Okay, so we're gonna say this particular kit has. Give me just a second. Oh, not too shabby. This kit has 6 uses, and each one is going to heal for. I can't math all of a sudden. 3d6 each use.
I'm good, and if there's no objections, I'll hold on to that.
No, you should give it to the black mage. By the way, I'm actually curious, because this is relevant. Have either of the mages identified that they are mages to the rest of the party?
No.
I don't remember.
No, I'm. No, I mean I'm obviously like a field medic of some sort, but.
Got it. That's what I was wondering. All right.
I literally have fire starting supplies in my bag to keep from.
Just in case, yeah. I like fires, okay.
Oh, so you're pulling a Zuko.
Yeah.
An Iroh.
Yep.
All right.
So, with that, you can rest the night easily. Your room board already paid for. And it's also 11, so this is probably a good chop-off point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will go ahead and chop off.